Bloom on all of that. The billionaire real estate developer, Battlemore Investments, acquire of basketball teams, maybe for Las Vegas. I could go on and on. Jay, very good to have you. How do you see housing? I mean, foreclosure activity is still a tiny percentage of the overall housing market right now. You hope it stays that way. But generally, the tougher times get, normally the more those numbers rise. Are you worried about that?
Yeah, we're in the middle of a real estate boom like we haven't seen in the past. And a lot of it has to do with several different factors. You have supply chain interruption, where a $12 piece of lumber is now $80 to $100. You have low interest rates, and you have a foreclosure moratorium that's pandemic related. So you have a perfect storm of factors that have come together to create this artificial shortage. And now we're starting to see interest rates go up fast. We're seeing the foreclosure moratorium start to lift, and you're seeing the supply chain start to get fixed. And when that happens, that artificial shortage in our housing market inventory goes away, and the result is you're going to have more new home starts, which is going to put downward pressure on pricing.
You know, for now, I always look at this as a pretty good proxy on how the real players in the real estate industry feel when builder confidence is dropping, or at least their commitment to build in the future more homes, or even make the step in that direction with permits and the rest. Does that tell you that they're girding for something?
Well, I think you're seeing builder confidence drop because you have, again, this supply chain interruption. It's hard to get materials. The materials you get are extremely expensive relative to what they historically cost, so your economics change dramatically. And then it's difficult to find labor. You can't find plumbers and electricians and HVAC service people. So building a home has gotten extremely expensive. And as a result, builders are building fewer homes. And what's happening is that's pushing up the value of the existing home inventory, which inventory itself has been, artificially tightened because of the foreclosure moratorium. So you have kind of this perfect storm of elements that have just created this runaway market. But I don't see how it's sustainable.
So what happens? Is it akin to sort of the frothiness we saw in the housing meltdown, ahead of the financial meltdown? In the last real estate bubble, whatever you want to call it, people were buying properties unseen, flipping them, without ever having visited them, and making a lot of money. And it got a little crazy. Are we going to get crazy here?
I think so. I remember in 2007 when builders would have lotteries to buy a house from them, and there were lines, and people would camp out overnight.
Wow. So,
I mean, we potentially could get back to 2007, 2008 situation.
So what about the hot markets like Vegas? I'm sorry, but what about the hot markets like Vegas and what's going on in Florida and everything else? I mean, is that sustainable, or will the momentum slow, or will it be an outright reversal?
I think the momentum is going to slow, and I think there's going to be an outright reversal. Again, housing affordability is an issue. You have rents that are going up because the property values are going up to the point where it's unsustainable. People can't afford housing.
It's not deterred your, aggressive posture. You've had a great deal of success doing what you're doing, and the real estate world, and zigging while others zag. I get that. But now to the point of looking at an expansion team, bringing a basketball team to Las Vegas. I mean, is this the environment to even consider something like that?
That's a much longer term vision, right? So markets are cyclical, and I think we're heading towards a downturn. But I tend to be a contrarian for the most part. So while everybody's buying, I'm selling, and when everyone's selling, I'm buying, right? So right now, I think there's a long lead time. If a basketball team even comes to Las Vegas, it's going to be years from now. And we'll go through the cycle, and we'll be on an upturn again.
Well, when Las Vegas got a hockey team, that removed any doubt that the city has some chutzpah. But, I mean, how likely is it? I mean, you say it could be years away. There's a lot to go through for that, right?
There certainly is. There's some very qualified people that are looking at buying an expansion franchise. And the NBA hasn't even announced that they're going to do it. Right, so there's rumors, there's supposition. I'm hoping they do it. I think it would be great for the city. I think the city having a team here would be great for the NBA. But it's all in the hands of the Board of Governors and and the NBA commissioner.
Well, keep us posted on that. Jay Bloom, following all of that, expansion teams looking at the reality of the real estate industry, that the good times might not last for a while. How far down we go from here, anyone's guess.